Hello friends, Father Joe here. Time for our November update. We just celebrated Feast of All Saints and then All Souls here a couple of days ago. But through this all, we're still coping with the pandemic. And hopefully we're doing our best to cope. And also to be persistent, if you will, in following some of these guidelines that, you seem to be important. As we all hope and pray for a vaccine real soon, but in reality it seems that that vaccine isn't going to be available to the general public for a little bit. Hopefully it won't be too long, but whatever it is, we need to be persistent. Wear the mask, okay? Over the nose and the mouth, keep distance. I was someplace the other day, and it was very interesting to see people, not like 1.5 inches from the back of each other, that there was a gap, if you will. Avoid large crowds. We like to go to whatever party, but we need to think a couple times before we go to that party, maybe. Keep washing our hands. And really avoid contact with other people, avoid going out, especially if you feel sick, or you are sick, I know there's some people, they just think that, I got to go to Mass, even though I'm sick or I feel sick. No, you don't, especially now. We have that dispensation that we don't have to go to Mass because of the pandemic. If we want to go, we can. But if we're sick, we need to think of the other people, the other persons around us, because we have a responsibility to one another and to ourselves to stay healthy and to be safe. The second thing, I have a sort of a top 10 today. The second thing is I want to thank everybody for keeping in touch with the parish. We're trying to do our best, but it's always a two-way street, huh? The offices are open Monday through Thursday from 9 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock. You can call, you can, stop by for whatever needs you might have. We're here. Faith formation, sacramental preparation has begun. It's ongoing. And our children, your children, should be part of that process, determining, by their ages, obviously. We're doing it by faith formation by Zoom, confirmation sessions by Zoom, and I think it's working out, but we have to all cooperate with that. The children, the youth have to, check in on time, be attentive, and the like, and so we ask for that. Parish outreach, Pastoral Care continues in the parish. We're having baptisms, we're having weddings, we're having funerals, and of course we have the Sunday Masses if you wish to attend. And as I just said, the dispensation for attendance on the weekend Masses is in effect, and there's many reasons for people to say, I think I'm staying away from being in church, bodily, physically. But we have live streaming. We have the Mass being live streamed every week. I know we've had 1 or 2 weeks where we had little technical problems. It really wasn't our fault, believe it or not. But it happens. And so I think we've gotten beyond that. And so every Sunday, 10:30 Mass is live streamed. We usually go live, 5 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes before the Mass time. So you won't have to be staring at a picture for those 5 minutes or so before Mass begins when you check in via the internet. And of course, you want to do that, you go to our website, stmaryscrescent.org, and just scroll down a little bit and you'll see Mass live and click it on. Of course, if you miss Mass at that time, you can always watch the Mass. It's archived. And so you say, gee, I missed the 10:30. Or, Father Joe's homily was such a fantastic homily. I'd like to watch it again, with whomever. And so you can always do that too. Hopefully, talking about the Mass, you've had the opportunity to view the video that we made here in the parish a month or so ago that we just released to the parish. It was edited by Stephanie Nolette. She put all the subtitles in and stuff like that. She obviously was the video person when we did it. And it's something I think all the parish should watch. You know, it's not totally like big theological sacramental presentation. I think it's more of a down-to-earth approach to what is the Mass. And the persons that hopefully are going to watch it with you because you say it's family night, you know, we're going to have a must-see TV as a family, is your children, your teenagers, all of us. And so, you know, maybe we view part 1 and part 2, we have an intermission, we go get, you know, another soda or some popcorn or whatever, and then we watch the third part. So really, you know, take some time to do that in the next few weeks. As I mentioned, you know, the pandemic is obviously affecting the life of all of us, and the parish is affected by it too when it comes to our collections. I have to say though, and thank the parish for your support, because we're doing well, we're paying our bills, and I'm appreciative for that. And at the same time, I have to encourage everyone to do that. You know, it's not the responsibility of just some of us, it's really what can we all do? What can we all do? And so please continue to support the parish. Maybe you give electronically, like I do, and again, if you want to give electronically, go to our website, and there's a little thing you can click on there that gives you some information how to do it. Got a question? You call the person that knows everything, Stephanie Nolette, here at the office. Some people, and this is fine too, they're mailing in a check, or they're mailing in their envelopes, you know, to the parish. They might do it weekly, but you know, some people are doing it like monthly, which is fine too. And then people, some of the people that are going to church right now, they're obviously dropping their collection in the baskets we have at all of the doors. Along the money angle, there's the bishop's appeal, and we're all familiar with that, at least most of us are. The bishop's appeal now has a new name. It's called the diocesan appeal. You know, same thing, different name. Because what the bishop's appeal does is it helps people. It's helped our parish. Matter of fact, we're using this video camera right now. That was grant money that we got from the diocese, free money. When we did the live streaming setup, I forget what it cost us, but I think everything we did overall came to close to $10,000. That money was freely given to us by the diocese. So a certain amount of money that they had set aside for things like this to help parishes. So we've been helped, but at the same time, how can we help one another? You know, you got Catholic Charities. We were seeing them on the news right now. You know, and some of that money goes to Catholic Charities to help people in need. And we've seen people, no matter their denomination, in need of food. And we have food distributions on a regular basis throughout the diocese that is assisted by Catholic Charities directly, and some of that money even comes from Bishop's Appeal. So when you get the mailings, you're going to get them directly from the diocese. You're not going to see a parish envelope. And then inside that envelope is a return envelope. It's coded with our name of our parish. And if you're unsure that it's going to get to the right parish, always on the return information, put St. Mary's Crescent, Crescent. That's important, because there's about 8,500 St. Mary's in the Diocese of Albany. And believe me, they've been mixed up more than once by the diocese as well as some of our vendors. So we want to make sure we get credit. So our goal is $108,000. Seems like a lot, but you know, we've made that number year after year after year. And at present, we're at $45,000, so we're a little less than halfway there. But again, as I often say, do what you can. Do what you can. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. And speaking of doing so much together, Stephanie Nolette, our pastoral associate for administration, she mentioned to me yesterday that the two masses we're having right now in the weekends, Saturday Vigil at 4:30 and the Sunday morning mass at 10:30, there's a lot of people helping because we have to, welcome people in a sense. We're taking temperatures, we're seating people because of social distancing and that kind of stuff. Not that they're all there at the same time, but we have some 58 people who are assisting over the course of the weeks and the months that have gone by, and probably be another 5-6 months, maybe a little more, before we get through this pandemic totally. So we appreciate their role and their ministries, and we're grateful for that. Number 5, I think that Christmas is coming. It's less than 2 months away, huh? But we have a tradition in this parish. It's called the Christmas giving tree. And it's important in the sense that, again, it's this parish's direct effort to help people, certain agencies in the area. And in speaking with those agencies in recent months, it was decided, because of the pandemic and the difficulty of people maybe getting out to buy gifts or bringing gifts here and people picking them up or bringing them to the agencies, that the easiest way to address this year would be by asking the parish for gift cards. Okay? Now, there's two options here. Yes, you can go to Walmart or Target or Hannaford or the Price Chopper and purchase a gift card for $20, $25. And then you can place it in the box that we have in church, in the gathering area of the church, near the baptismal, or you can bring it to the office, or you can mail it to the office. However, the other option is, and we've had 1 or 2 parishioners do this already, they've sent us cash or given us cash or sent us a check and just said, this is for the Christmas Giving Fund. And so that's just as good as the gift card. We or the agency can then go either buy what they need, or if they are going to give gift cards out themselves to certain clients, they can get the gift cards too. But in any manner that you wish to assist those in need is appreciated. We ask, though, that these gift cards be returned to us, given to us, in whatever matter, by the 8th of December, so a month from now, because we need to then give that to the agencies in the following couple days after the 8th of December, and then they need to do what they do to get ready to disperse that to the people in need. In early December, not right now, but in early December, we will be getting out to the parish the Christmas Mass schedule for the parish. Due to the pandemic, it will be different. Be aware, it will be different than in past years. The number one thing I would tell you right now is this. If you plan to personally be present for any of those masses, you will need to sign up. You will need to sign up. With social distancing and limits set by the state, we only can accommodate a certain number of people per Mass. Okay. I will tell you right now that we will have 3 vigil Masses. But again, we still need to sign up. There'll be 1 on Christmas Day. However, the great thing that we have gifted to us, you call it a gift, is the ability to live stream. And so we will live stream the first Mass of Christmas, and you'll find out when that time is in about a month. The first Mass will be live streamed, so you can watch that Mass live, or if you say, well, I can't get the Mass for these reasons because of the crowds, or I couldn't get the time I want it, you could watch the Mass at the time you want to on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So more information about that will be in the bulletin. We still print the bulletin, by the way. We're not printing thousands of copies, But we have some at the entrance of church and the exits of church. We have some in the office. But you go online. Again, go to our website and click on bulletins, and it's right there. So, again, trying to be in contact with you all as we try with the parish app and emails and the like when we want to get something out to all of you. And speaking of parish life and continuing that, the thought came to me the other day. I was probably taking one of my walks. The holidays are coming, but winter's coming too. And we all know we're cooped up in our houses to some degree, and winter that probably increases. But maybe it's a thought for all of us to have, to keep in touch, to make the effort to keep in touch with our friends, with our neighbors, our fellow parishioners, family members, huh? Phone call, maybe a little note, I don't know. Maybe you don't invite somebody over for Thanksgiving because of the pandemic, but maybe you say, I'm going to put a little meal together for them, and call them up the week ahead and say, do you mind if I bring you something Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, whatever it might be, Thursday, the second week of December. It doesn't matter. But again, sort of a little keeping watch, a good keeping watch, not nosy keeping watch of other people, And at the same time, we just go through life and being kind to people, especially those who serve our needs. I got to tell you a little story. This morning, I went to Price Chopper to do a little grocery shopping, and I brought my bag, and I bring my reusable bag. I just had one, and at first, the few things I had, I was checking out, and there was nobody there to help pack. I was going to do it myself, which is fine. But all of a sudden, this young man started to do things. And the first thing he started to put in, he wasn't sure if he should put that in first or anything, or how he should put it in. And then I noticed, he had his challenges of life. And every time he put something in, he put it in perfectly, by the way. I said to him, I did say to him, but I really meant it. I said, you did a great job. I said, you did a better job than I did. Now, hard to believe, huh? But he did such a great job. And afterwards, I walked out and I thought to myself, I should have said this to him, and I didn't. And I should have said, I thanked him, of course, He could not be, now there was an adult, about 6 feet away who was watching him to make sure he did everything, but he did. And really, when I got to my car, I should have said to him, you made my day by doing this. It's a small thing. But, those small things certainly go a long way. Number 8, a little health update about the pastor. As you know, over the past 5 months, maybe a little bit more, I've had 2 surgeries. One was a major surgery. I had spinal fusion surgery in June, and then just like 2 weeks or so ago, I had eye surgery, which was not as evasive. My doctors in both situations are happy with my progress, and I'm trying to be a good patient in that regard. Well, all good things come in threes. So, in a week or two, I'm going to have surgery again. I'm going to have cervical neck surgery. The date will be determined. I'll probably know tomorrow what the date will be. It'll probably be within the next 2 weeks. It'll be rather quickly. This is an issue that I knew I had about 15 or 16 years ago. 16 years ago, I woke up one morning at my previous parish, and I thought I was having a heart attack. And so I just sort of laid down in my bed for about 5 or 10 minutes. It was probably 6:30 or so in the morning, and got my act together. I knew the secretary. I had a secretary at the time who came into the office, I think at 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Anyways, I knew she was in the office, so I called down there and I said to her, we're going to cancel daily mass today. And then I drove myself to the hospital. At least I went to the hospital. Anyways, so, they did all kinds of tests on me, and I had no heart problems. They determined that I had 5 or 6 discs in my neck that were real, real bad. And at the time, it was determined that physical therapy would take care of it. And indeed it did. Indeed it did. What was happening, obviously, I had some nerves that, did the wrong things at the wrong time and made me have this episode. Well, in the last couple of weeks, maybe months, couple of months, some of this has come back. And so I went to visit one of my friends who's an orthopedic, and we started with an X-ray, and of course, I won't tell you exactly how he put it. He didn't use medical terms when he told me that my neck was real, real bad and I needed surgery. So I'm seeing the surgeon tomorrow. We'll set the date, and then there'll be a recovery after that. This surgery is funny, though. It's not as invasive in a sense, it's major surgery, as my back was. They do it a little bit differently than they might have done this surgery 10 years ago. But still, it's serious. There's a recovery period, probably be close to 3 or 4 weeks at least, that I'll probably be out of the parish. My guess is that I'll be back for Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas, maybe a little bit before, but I'm not pushing anything either way. It depends on my recovery and what the doctor says. And in the meantime, we're fortunate to have a priest come and fill in for us on the weekends, and we have priests that we can contact for any other sacramental needs in my absence. So the parish is in good hands. We have the parishioners, we have the staff, and I'm certainly thankful to you all and to others for your concern and your prayers in the past. And I appreciate them, obviously, for what's about to happen, not only for myself, but for the medical staff. And as I said 6 months ago, the prayer that your pastor will be a good and patient patient. And I think some people think I've been reasonably good about it. So, we'll see. 9, a blessed Thanksgiving to you all. Number 10, thanks for taking the time to view this little November video. My best to you and your family and to everyone. God bless.